I played at a high level, a very high level, but I'm only 5'9". So to get to where I was actually like a difficult thing to even get to at my size. And it was pretty much going to be impossible for me to go to the next level. So I played in it was called the ABA at the time. It's now called NBL, which is the league below the NBL. So like one step below the NBL. And
wow, that's cool.
Getting
That's really
up
cool.
to the NBL or like playing in Europe or something like that would have been like actually impossible, especially if I was trying to do it alongside powerlifting. And then when I found powerlifting, it was a lot more objective and a lot more straightforward and measurable to know whether things were getting better. Because like you can train all week in basketball and, shoot your shots, and then you get to the game and you get 5 shot attempts and you make 1 and you're like, fuck, am I even getting any better at this? Like, is the outcome actually worth all of this effort? Whereas in powerlifting, it was almost like very obvious whether that work was actually resulting in some sort of an outcome. And it was very measurable what that outcome was. And then, just straight back to the drawing board to do it all again. But I think the biggest reason was the, my career and my job became fitness. I think I said to you at the start that, it started off as a performance thing for me for playing rugby, but then it kind of developed into learning about it all. And like, I was the guy who was on YouTube till 2 a.m. trying to learn about nutrition and trying to learn about different training exercises and reading up on Elite FTS and bodybuilding.com and all that kind of stuff, and reading Eric Helms' articles and all that stuff.
Wow, Eric Helms. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
He's still pumping it out.
Is he now?
He's awesome. Yeah, so it was very quickly, I love doing this, and this is like what I want to actually learn about. It wasn't like I'm learning this for my career. It was like I'm learning this because I want to know it and I want to be able to help myself more, and started helping my friends out for free and, writing them programs and stuff like that when I'm like 20. And I actually went to uni to do economics first thing out of school. And, my dad worked in finance. So I was like, cool, I'll do what dad did. And it was very clear to both of my parents that I hated it.
Yeah.
And I was doing it and I was doing fine. I was passing, whatever, but I wasn't putting in any extra effort. It was like, all right, whatever my IQ is, I'm going to put in a tiniest amount of effort to get to the mark I need to get to the next class. And so I got into 3 semesters into it. And my mum sat me down and she's like, are you sure that you want to be doing this? Because you're spending all your free time researching fitness, researching diet, helping all your mates out for free. You've been training, you're lifting, you're still playing sport, whatever. Like, it's very clear that that's what you should be doing. And she'd already put the time into research, like where I could get my Cert 3 and 4. And she's like, here's this option for you. It'll be like a semester at the TAFE and you'll be able to, start training people. And I was like, I wasn't sold, but I was like, all right, I'll do it. Sounds better than fucking economics.
Hey, your mum just sounds wonderful. Once again, I'm going to clip this and give this advice, just parenting advice generally, because that sounds awesome.
My mum is the best.
Yeah, 30 years in education. My wife's had 30 years in education. We can count on maybe one hand the number of times a parent has intervened like that for their child, and that what your mum did for you is just beautiful.
Yeah,
just wonderful.
So that was.
So thanks, Alex's mum.
Thanks, Heather Hayes.
Good job.
That was about 13 years ago or 14 years ago now.
Damn.
And yeah, it was like, all right, I guess you're right was the first thing. It was like, yeah, you know what? I think you're right here. Like, I actually do really like doing this stuff. And I'm, having these conversations with my mates about protein intake and about, range of motion and training and about, this technique for squats and this kind of stuff. And that was pretty much already my job without me knowing it. I just wasn't getting paid for it yet. And I guess like going down that route and then eventually doing it for a job was like, okay, I need to have this thing on the side that kind of like promotes me as a coach, as a trainer. So going into powerlifting helped me with that as well.